What's up, Whappers?
Here I'll be talking about the rise of the Roman and the Han empires. So first, Rome became a kingdom in 800 BCE, centered around the city of Rome in Italy. And then after that, Rome became a republic, which began in 509 BCE and was developed through the military expansion into the Mediterranean. And the republic consisted of an elected body of white male aristocrats who represented the people's choice and rights. The Punic Wars against Carthage, a North African city-state, established Rome as a large power in the Mediterranean. And then after that, Julius Caesar dissolves the Roman Republic in 45 BCE and establishes the Roman Empire. During this time, Rome experiences a period called Pax Romana, or the Roman peace. Christianity was outlawed through Rome in this time, and a good military helped Rome rise to power and maintain its power. The rise of the Han Empire began with the fall of the Qin Empire, the Han using the mandate of heaven to justify their rule. Bureaucracy grew stronger under the Han. Territory expanded into Central Asia, Korea, and Indochina. The civil service exam began, which was a reinforcement of Confucian ideals and reinforced meritocracy, which allowed peasants to go up in the social classes by taking a Confucian-based exam. To become a government official. Silk Road trade increased. Filial piety, or patriarchy in the family, increased again with Confucian ideals. Technology was strengthened, and there were many technological advances, and further social stratification occurred in society with merchants at the bottom class and priests, aristocrats, and bureaucrats at the top. When comparing the rise of the Han and the Roman empires, we can see that both empires rose through a centralized bureaucracy, uniting all the people together. But while the Romans rose by uniting different tribes together under a centralized bureaucracy, the Han rose from dissatisfaction with the past empire, which was the Qin, and using a new centralized government. Not uniting different people, but getting rid of past leadership, which again is the mandate of heaven in action, which is the people's idea that if God disapproves of the leader, the people have the right to rebel. So that is how the Han came to power rather than the Romans, which the Roman rise to power was more militaristic than it was religious, while the Han was more religious. But they both did use a centralized bureaucracy and some military power to establish their rule over a diverse population.
What's up, Whappers? For the second part of the video, we'll be talking about the fall of the Roman and Han empires. Starting with Rome. Pax Romana ended in 100 CE. Emperors could not control their empire as it spread wider and wider, and the vast empire meant the military could not control all the land. Now, on to taxes. Peasants had heavy taxes placed on them, leading to social unrest in the empire. Oh, and also the spread of epidemics led to population decline and even more chaos. There was a heavy distinction between the local elites and the peasants, and this made a very unequal land distribution in the empire. Now, onto the invasion of barbarians. This was probably the most significant reason for the collapse of the Romans. Huns and the Slavic Empire and the Slavic tribes in Europe onto the Han. Bad empires could not control the empire, and as heavy taxes were placed on peasants, social unrest became across the empire. Poor harvests made peasants question the emperor's control over the empire due to the mandate of heaven. Epidemics caused population decline and even more social unrest. Unequal land distribution made a significant difference between the elites and the poor, and this made the poor even more poor. The Yellow Turban Revolution made them question the emperor. And finally, onto the invasion of the Huns and other nomads led to the collapse of the Han Empire. Now, to compare the both, they both had bad emperors who could not control the empire. Taxes, but the main significant difference is that Eastern Rome was still able to survive while Han completely fell. Thank you.